What do you think every person should experience at least once in their lifetime? Hiking to the top of a hill or mountain, being a bit out of breath, breathing in the fresher air while looking out over a beautiful landscape, preferably with a loved one, eating out and seeing a movie alone, completing a book apparently reading is on the decline, asking someone out and them saying yes, realizing you're wrong about something, and altering your view, admitting it to relevant parties, helping out a neighbor in need, earning an award, creating a piece of art you are proud of, going to a new city and explore, look in the mirror and what you see making you happy, break a bone, discover how fragile yet resilient the human body is, do something huge physically, run a marathon, hike up a mountain, ride 100 miles on a bicycle in a day, etc. Find your physical wall. You're probably capable of a lot more than you think. Go have a conversation with someone completely opposite of you. It humanizes people, and you'll probably learn just as much about yourself as you do them along the way. Get in a fist fight. See what your fight or flight really is. Everyone is tough on a keyboard. See how you feel the second after you got black eye. Working in retail and working in a field orchard farm of some sort. Everyone should work as a CSR for empathy's sake. Gives you some insight to recognize the need for patience and kindness. Everyone should work on a farm during harvest to appreciate the produce you pick up at the grocery store and just how hard someone had to work to get it there. Literally, a single day in a cucumber field would be enough. That shit is no joke. Everyone should experience the joys of traveling to a foreign land at least once in their lifetime, even if it's just to realize how much they love their own toilet. Imagine discovering new cultures, cuisines, and the thrill of trying to communicate with locals using just charades and a phrasebook. Trust me, it's a life-changing experience that'll give you a new appreciation for your home and a killer accent to boot. A multi-orgasm, not one, then another close to it, followed by another, but a simultaneous ride of that ecstasy into multiple others occurring throughout the same period of time. 0 to 3 or more grenades going off, doing separate points of damage, but 2 multiple earthquakes taking place within the core, and the resulting damage being the accumulation of all of that energy. I wish people could, for like a week, be transported into the shoes of someone struggling to pay bills, or someone dealing with chronic pain, etc. Sounds incredibly mean, I know, but it would take many people out of their comfy bubble and see how dang lucky they truly are. In real life that did happen to me. For a year my financial situation got so bad and scary. My recommendations off the top of my head. Point 1. A good psychedelic trip. 2. Dancing in some kind of community. 3. A long, full sleep with good dreams. 4. Falling in love. 5. Reading a good novel. 6. Really feeling extreme emotions. Happiness, sadness are the 2 I'd recommend the most. This is leaving out the stuff that I assume very close to everyone already does. A live concert. It's really amazing the amount of energy that a crowd like that can generate and how connected everyone feels when the music and sound waves are foaming through your body. The crowd itself feels alive, like it becomes its own entity. I also say this as someone who usually hates crowds or tons of people, but a concert is definitely different. A Mavis Staples concert, even if she's just opening for somebody. Sadly, she will be 85 in July, and her sets are getting shorter and shorter. Last time I saw her it was only 4 or 5 songs in 30 minutes, but it was a triple bill. But it's still well worth it. The world would be a better place if everyone saw Mavis Staples at least once in their life. People be all like seeing the Milky Way on a cloudless night. But for real, everyone should work a service job. But working as a server, in retail, in fast food, as a janitor, whatever is something that makes you see all the people who do all the shit jobs as people who are worthy of dignity, respect, and pay. Traveled to Vietnam last November. I would say the Trang boat ride in Ninh Binh, one of the most cathartic and healing experiences I had. Boat takes you under caves, and it's like you are in a different world outside too. Huge limestone hills and green water. It was drizzling when I was there and the whole feeling was light and calm. My initial answer to this is requited love. DCIMO, the sweet surrendering of your true self unto another person, because they cherish you is just without equal. But life and relationships are complicated, so my real answer is a well-made biggest breakfast burrito with hot sauce. Everybody deserves that at least once. A perfectly made spaghetti and meatballs dish. Lot of knockoff Italian restaurants out there who use frozen meatballs instead of making from scratch. X2OB. A fresh, homemade meatball with meat sourced from a local farm butcher with the right ingredients. Oof. I'm sweating tomato sauce just thinking about it. You know that moment where everything kind of slows down, and you want to put a pause on life. In that one moment, it's like the world is perfect, like it's never going to end. You just feel so alive. It's an adrenaline rush. You kind of feel high without the intoxicants. Everyone should experience a moment like that. My father grew up in a big city and never really spent time without light pollution. He came to visit me a few years ago on Hawaii Island, and we took him to an isolated area, and he finally saw the Milky Way. At 70, it was a new experience for him, and it was so wonderful that I was able to show it to him. A total solar eclipse. I'm going to see the upcoming one. It will be my third, though the first one was when I was quite young and it was overcast where I lived. The second was spectacular, and this one will be the last in my area in many years, possibly in my lifetime, that I will have any easy way to see. Travel to a location more than 1,000 miles from their birthplace. Pardon the USA centrism for the distance, with a stay of more than 2 nights. To another country would be preferable, but that's expensive. My job sending me to Singapore for 6 weeks was one of the best things that ever happened to me. Honestly, having sex with someone that's super attractive in all the ways you desire, but they don't care about you at all. There's no connection. You're just being used as a hookup for money, etc. It will really put things in perspective in your love life, and that beauty truly isn't everything. When you live with yourself, you become more self-reliant and self-aware. Also, you realize what is important in your life. I don't mean that just in the grand philosophical sense, but in the everyday sense as well. What do you like to eat for each meal? How do you like to organize your space? Once your brain has fully developed and you get a good base education, injecting meth can put you at a higher level of thought that you might like to experience once in your life. I wish the president did it. We'd be a lot better and safer. So injecting meth is what people should experience. Anonymous solo trip. Just pack your bag and leave. No plans, no itinerary, no bookings, just you traveling without a destination. It's a game changer when you find the solace in a journey or in a destination. Pri tip: don't even take pictures. It's for you, not for anybody else. Sex with people from a variety of ethnic and national backgrounds. I will not say more for fear of starting a flame war. If you know what I am alluding to, you will know that I am praising and complimenting the diverse erotic wonders different kinds of people bring to the bedroom. A crappy dead-end job when no matter your attitude or how hard you work, you don't get better pay or benefits. Some people seem to think such things are a myth and hard work always will pay off. And that experience would ground them a bit in reality and maybe foster some empathy. Maybe not every person on earth, but I think every American should drive coast to coast by themselves at least once in their lives. It's a really great way to see the country and really sit with your thoughts and yourself. It's a very introspective, kind of empowering experience. A total solar eclipse was up at 11,500 feet on the Continental Divide in 2017. Watched the Grand Tetons go dark and the moon's shadow race over the forests. It was the coolest experience with my children, something that photos and recordings can't capture the raw beauty of. Having no money, living on a budget, and my life grew up with money and never had to work for a thing. Not surprisingly, it's always the people who were born into money who have the worst takes on healthcare and people in poverty in America. A genuine, heartfelt loss. I don't mean purposely caused by someone else, but the loss of a loved pet or person. Death has a clarity to see through the complications of life, and it teaches you without obfuscation how important being present with life is. Time is limited. Completely wild, even though you hadn't drank anything nor done any weird shit. But you are just you and super confident with yourself. Where you are cracking such good jokes and everybody is charmed by you. Yeah, like, that moment was awesome. If they are healthy in the mind, LSD. Something changed after I tried it, like a level of connection to the universe I never had prior. I don't think everyone should try it though. Just wish they could have the way after effects. A heartbreak. As someone said, only know you've been high when you're feeling low. It's a lot of pain, but it opened your eyes in the reality of the world. And if you use that negative energy wisely, you can transform yourself and evolve greatly. I think. There are so many right answers. Point 1. Being loved fully as you are, that can be romantic love or not. 2. Sexual bliss with no shame. Whatever you want. 3. Travel to a place that teaches you you can be an entirely different person if you want. Not to sound passive-aggressive, but loss and heartbreak. After having done so when I was 15 and suffering the months of grief afterwards, it opened a new window in my mind to a valuable perspective I never had before and forever value. Now, work the front-end lobby of the following places for at least a week each to gain a better understanding of how real life actually works. Retail, restaurant, doctor office, fire rescue station, police station, courthouse, school, jail. Completely changed my outlook on life. Help me be a better person. Help me be less judgmental of others' situations. Help me communicate with people that I might not be communicating with otherwise. It was boring, though.